Hello and welcome to day 21 of the Advent calendar, the electronic sound Advent calendar, where I am opening these and building the circuit every day, and we can try various experiments with that circuit. So what have we got in window 21 or door 21, whatever you want to call it? We have this is a trim pot. It has got its knob here as well. I'll just insert the knob in there. Or maybe if it came separately, maybe there's a reason. Either it just popped out, or they've left it out for a reason. Let's go see what today's instructions have. Okay, so it's day 20, day 21. So take the third trimmer out and use it to extend the circuit. Okay, so we probably should put the knob in. This should just pop in. There we go. It's just a friction fit, and it's like a hexagon style friction fit in there. Okay, cool. Right, let's bring the circuit over and build the circuit as they see it. And then we'll change the connections as well. Just remember where it changes these pins, because these pins here, so there's one that's been pushed high, pin 1, and then these 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 pins, and actually there's a fourth one there, control the mode of the chip. So if you connect those ones wrong, it'll do something else. It'll run a different program and you'll get bizarre results. Okay, well, we'll pop it in here. Okay. It goes 1, 2, and 3. And let's just check this out. So we've got one more jumper there. There's still only 3 here. So we need one more of those jumpers, and we'll probably need some more wires. Let's make the jumper first. So pop that out. Still haven't got to the actual there we go, to the stock of wire. Okay. And I think I'll use that measurement back there. Okay, and remembering what we'd seen before, I'll strip it first. And cut it. Okay, there's a jumper. Talking of jumpers, I'm wearing one. Obviously a Christmas jumper. And that goes on which pin? That pin there. Okay, so there we are, like that. We've got one that goes across from this leg to this leg here. There we go. Okay, and I think this is not going to be long enough because we need to kind of follow all the way across. That goes down to pin 1. So let's take off this wire to pin 1 because that's no longer in the diagram. And this longer wire we're going to need to make it, I guess. I'm assuming that none of these other wires are changing. It doesn't look like they do. There's a tricky knot here where perhaps some what's connected, not connected signs would be helpful. But I believe there's a mistaken line there, and I believe this wire here traces across the top and that wire there traces across the bottom. But it's getting quite busy in there. In various bits of electronic software, they do use the term rat's nest to mean, you know, very busy, untidy wiring. So we'll start about there. We'll come across here. There's almost no reason for that kink, but I'll put it in anyway. So they've got a kind of a small kink there. I made that way too big. And about here. think it's much smaller than that. I think they don't really need this line, but okay. And we'll go there. Did I leave enough for insulation? Because beware, there's a trap there. Ooh. Sometimes those get stuck on. And I'll just... I'm doing that mostly by feel, really. So it's not a very visual thing, but I'm going to try and at least make sure that those are both bent the same way. And I might just take some of the other bends out with a pair of pliers. Just straighten it up a bit. And then this one, let me see. Now, well, that bend should, let's just do it. Let's just pop it in. It's not going to be perfect. Bend this one down. It goes into that slot there. Okay, this is quite a little rat's nest here. All of these wires here, and just make sure none of them are loose. There's no reason they should be. I've not moved them. Although these buttons do sit quite loose, but they appear to be okay. Right, now were there any changes at this end of the circuit? We've got our 104s. It's really difficult to see those resistors. Let's just get a little closer to the resistors. It's quite tricky to see them, and of course one of the reasons we might be getting some of the tones that are a bit off, I still think the actual frequency is all controlled by the chip, but we'll just check these in case, because I just don't quite like the scale I'm getting. Well, that's brown, brown, black, black, brown, yeah. And that is brown, orange, well, that's actually black, brown, black, black, orange, brown, which is the same, yeah, okay. That is green, blue, black, black, brown, which is the same as well. We've got brown, green, black, orange, brown, yep. And if we get to this one down here, brown, black, black, brown, brown. Yes, so these resistors are all good, and there is only one kind of ceramic capacitor. They're all 104s, so that's just not a problem. Okay, right, so I think we're still going to get a slightly horrid scale. So remove the connection between pins 1 and 9 of the sound chip, which we've done. Hold on, let's get this in view. So we've done that, and connect pin 1 to the trimmer, which we've also done. So now not only can you change the pitch and length of the notes, but their volume by turning the left trim pot. That's kind of cool, okay. One of the odd things here is why are they connected into 5 here instead of 0? Isn't that weird? Don't know why you'd do that. Okay, for now I'm going to ignore that strange instruction. Okay. So does that mean if I... I should probably try... Bear in mind that if I keep pressing this button without changing the modifier, the pitch, they'll all be the same pitch. Okay, let's go to the next one. So that jumps between la and la. Can't get anywhere between the two. It's quite random what you get. Well, I'm sorry, I seem to have gotten lost in just playing with the notes and just trying out the different controls. So you can kind of hear. Let's switch to the next note. I had to go down for that note, so I think there's something a bit odd with the programming on that. Anyway, all right. Today's circuit, I can say, was definitely a success. That worked enough to mesmerise me and actually try and play with it and try and see if I could get something almost tuneful with it. Because we can now control. We've got the volume, we've got the length of each note and the pitch of each note. And I guess we could even do a rest by just making a note with length and no volume, and you have a rest. So you could have rest as well. That's kind of cool. I'm liking that. I'm still not sure I like the note selection as being particularly tuneful, and that might just be a problem we're stuck with this particular device. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Go make stuff and be awesome. Bye. Yeah, I've spotted it. I know. I've put this in here a little bit in the wrong place. Let's just move it up. It doesn't change the circuit because it's still on the same tracks, really, but it doesn't quite line up with the rest, and that's a bit prettier just because it lines up. I say prettier. I mean, look at this rat's nest of wires. But still, yeah, that's what they actually meant. We'll zoom out to catch both. I say zoom out, I'm just lifting the camera. There we go.